Try to play spoiler. 16 games remain for the Giants, and every game is huge. It's the Giants and the Dodgers coming up next. We are at the corner of 3rd and King Streets, 24 at Willie Mays Plaza, home of the Giants. The Giants and the Dodgers won last time here in 2010. Hello, everyone. I'm John Miller with my crew co. Welcome to San Francisco Giants baseball. Exciting days here in the pennant race. 16 games remain. And for the Giants, the pitching has been sensational, but where is the offense? In the last 5 games, the Giants have scored only 9 runs, less than 2 a game, and yet they've won 3 of those games. They've only allowed 4 in those 5 games with great pitching, and yet they've lost 2 of those games. What gives?
Well, amazing numbers. Well, the bottom line is that they're still winning. They've won 10 out of their last 14. But it could be a whole lot easier if the offense wakes up. The only thing you can do if you're Bruce Bochy is you've got to mix and match. Last night we saw a radical difference in the lineup with Eugenio Velez, Mike Fontenot, Nate Scherholz. Tonight it's kind of a similar deal. No Pablo Sandoval. Edgar Renteria is leading off. Keep attention to 2 Giants hitters tonight. They've had great lifetime numbers against Ted Lilly, Freddie Sanchez, and Aaron Rowan has the best numbers of all. So flip the ball to Jonathan Sanchez and say, do what you've been doing. In his last 14 starts, the Giants have won 10 of those. And his last outing against the Dodgers, he threw 7 shutout in L.A. So once again, tonight, it's going to be another low-scoring game.
Sanchez has pitched his best ball of the year here in the stretch run. And you can say the same thing about all of the Giants starters who are all on a roll right now. Giants and Dodgers, big ball game. The Giants win last night. In a moment, NBC Bay Area Sports Director Raj Mathai will be back with the Xfinity pregame show talking about the heroes from last night.
Northern California and coming this fall to Fresno. We are ready for another wild night of baseball, September baseball here at China Basin. The Giants in the thick of the National League playoff scene. Welcome to the ballpark. I'm Raj Mathai. We're coming to you inside the Giants dugout, upstairs in the NBC booth, Mike Krukow and John Miller. Okay, it has been a wild ride. Regardless how this all turns out, whether the Giants make it or not, the enthusiasm in the Bay Area and really across Northern California has been exceptional. Just look at the TV ratings as one barometer. Right here on NBC and our friends over at Comcast, the ratings this summer have equaled, if not surpassed, a lot of the ratings during Barry Bonds' record home run chase back in 2007. But on this team, there are no big sluggers. In fact, this team, the Giants, are doing it with a lot of guys with a different hero every night. And that brings us to our Xfinity Game Vision. Now remember, with Xfinity Game Vision, you can be your own producer or director in the comfort of your own home, manipulating the video. Last night, a perfect example of a different hero every night. Started off with Travis Ishikawa, the pinch hit stand-up double. Ishikawa, really, if you think about it this season, has turned into one of the best pinch hitters in the National League. Shortly after Travis Ishikawa, hello to Mike Fontenot, one of the Giants newcomers, that broken bat bloop single that scores Ishikawa, and that was a big difference in this ball game last night. Matt Cain, one of the happiest guys when that happens. The Giants go on to beat the Dodgers 2-1. That is brought to you by our Xfinity Game Vision. So the question tonight is, who is the hero tonight? We will see. The Giants looking for a crucial win. Every game crucial. They are just a half game behind the Padres in the National League West. And speaking of all this playoff-type excitement here in the Bay Area, how about we check in with the guy that knows all about it? Will the Thrill, Will Clark, in the ballpark tonight. We will check in with the Giants legend coming up next right here on NBC Bay Area and the Giants Television Network. Internet and voice redefined, available right now throughout Northern California and coming soon to Fresno. We are counting down towards first pitch. Thursday night baseball, Giants and Dodgers. Hello, everybody. I'm Raj Mathai. Welcome again back inside AT&T Park. Here we go. If games 1 and 2 were amazing and thrilling, game 3 tonight, probably a little more of the same, and we're expecting a torturous outcome, win or lose. All right, joining me now in this playoff stretch, someone who knows a little bit about the Giants playoffs. Will Clark is with us. Nice to have you back in town.
It's great to be back in and get a chance to see this Giant-Dodger rivalry at its finest again.
This is amazing. I'm thinking back, and it didn't seem like that long ago, but I'm sitting at Candlestick watching you guys in 1989 and 1987. Either we're getting old or that's a long time.
Yeah, we're definitely getting old. The gray's starting to pop up quite a bit, and but it's still fun coming to the ballpark. And this rivalry never changes. I mean, no matter what happens, it always comes down to the last second, nail-biting games. And it's been the first 2 games of this series been like that.
All right, let's talk about this. Back in the late 80s, we had Hum Baby. Then in the early 2000s, we had that Destiny. There's no theme for this year's team, but does there need to be, or is that the beauty of this team?
You know what? That's the beauty of this team. I think that the chemistry of this team has just built and built and built over the course of the season. And, cast of characters. There's been a lot of people that have, helped this ball club get to where it's at right now. And, it all boils down to the last 16 games, and that's a fun way to end the season.
Okay, last question for you. Derek Jeter last night got caught doing a little acting. He didn't get hit, or did he? What's your take on it?
Hey, look, I love it, man. That's the game right there. That's a little gamesmanship, and like we said before, ESPN's out there interviewing NASCAR racers and all that about that. Hell, they don't know about baseball. That's the way the game should be played. Look, hey, I'm trying any way possible to beat that other team out there, and if it faking it a little bit, God bless them.
Very nice. Will, thanks for your time. All right, here we go. We are counting down towards first pitch. Coming up next, lineups and first pitch with John Miller and Mike Krukow. Stay with us.
Park, and the Giants and Dodgers ready to play. The Giants have taken the field. Let's take a look at the Dodgers batting order now, with Rafael Furcal leading it off at shortstop, Ryan Theriot at second, Casey Blake hits third at third, Matt Kemp the cleanup man, and he's done well against Sanchez in the past. Loney at first, Russell Mitchell in left field, still looking for his first hit after being brought up from the minors. Reed Johnson in right, Ron Barajas, the catcher, Ted Lilly, the pitcher. The Dodgers batting order brought to you by Ram, the truck that never backs down from a challenge.
Let's check out the Giants' defense. It'll be Burrell, Rowan, and Guillen. That is your outfield. Renteria, Uribe on the left side. Sandoval getting a night off. Sanchez, Huff on the right side. Buster Posey will be in the squat putting down the signs, and the gentleman on the bump tonight will be Jonathan Sanchez. And let's take a look at his numbers. 30th start of the year, 10 and 8, 3.29 ERA. Look at the hits allowed in 169 innings, 128 hits allowed. That's fantastic, and almost a 2-1 strikeout walk ratio. Jonathan Sanchez enters tonight's game with a 12-inning scoreless streak, and he's 3 innings shy of his longest scoreless streak, 15 innings, set in 2008. And he's allowed just 1 earned run his last 20 innings pitched, so he is on a roll right now.
The Giants have only scored 5 runs of support for Sanchez in his last 3 starts, and yet the Giants have won 2 of those games, so that gives you an idea just how strong he's been. The first pitch in there at the knees for a called strike is for Cowell. Bluffed the bunt. 63 degrees here at the ballpark, but we are enclosed in a shroud of fog here at AT&T Park as the ball is in the dirt. A ball and a strike. So it's as if the entire world is only right here at AT&T Park. We cannot see a thing outside the yard. And that slider low and inside. 2-1 to the dangerous Furcal, who has hurt the Giants over and over again this year. 303 average for the season, but they have shut him down in this series. Hitless with a couple of walks. That's past the third baseman Uribe. This is going to be extra bases. And a double for Rafael Furcal.
Instead of in the outside corner, this thing cuts right across the plate, down and in, and he just drops the bat head on it, rakes it right past Uribe. So a miss of a location, and Furcal takes full advantage of it, puts himself in scoring position. If you're playing even with a bag or in, respectful of a possible bunt, you lose range. And it really showed up on that ground ball by Uribe. If he's playing normal depth at third base, he gets that ball.
Uribe plays shallow. Theriot shows bunt and pulls the bat back. It's ball 1. Sanchez had never beaten the Dodgers until his last start against them on national television on a Sunday late afternoon at Dodger Stadium, and he shut him down. The Giants won that game back of Sanchez 3-0. Sanchez has had 3 consecutive very strong outings in a row. That ball is bunted, and Uribe has to go to first, and it goes down the right field line and out of play. 2 batters in. The Dodgers have a 1-0 lead.
Well, not the start you want. Perfect bunt by Theriot, third base line with a runner at second base, and Uribe coming up barehanded on the play with all the time in the world. Normally a very accurate arm, throws way wide of Huff, so the Dodgers get a run. They don't have to give up an out, and they get another runner in scoring position. So this inning now all of a sudden is set to go large.
Sacrifice for Theriot, no time at bat. And an error. Charge to Uribe. 1-0 Dodgers. Runner at second, nobody out. Here's Casey Blake. Strike 1.
Split finger fastball, good one. It is damp out there, and when you come in, you feel it with bare hand. You know, you're going to have maybe some grip problems. You can see the shine of the baseball. It is moist. Picks it up. 4-seam grip. That should be a good grip, but I think that ball just spit out of his hand.
Strike 1 to Blake. And he was way late in that fastball. Trying to go to the right side, it appeared, with Matt Kemp on deck.
I think Joe Torre and Bruce Bochy feel this is going to be a game where runs are going to be hard to find. That's why you see Torre not going for the big inning with his third place hitter, trying to have him hit the ball to the right side of the field, play for another run.
Back out of play. 0-2. On the playoff watch, the Cardinals begin a 4-game series against the first place Padres, and the Cardinals have a 4-0 lead in the last of the 7th inning at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. The Giants a half game back of San Diego in the West. You see that fog low lying over the ballpark and pouring into the ballpark. Wow. Fastball with some cut to it for strike 3.
That's a strikeout situation. Runner at second base, nobody out. Runner at third, 1 out. And he just reaches back and blows a fastball right by a good fastball hitter. We're going to make that our Rambus radar gun speed pitch at 92 miles per hour. Rambus, at the heart of the products you love. Just grab some pine meat.
Theriot still at second, and here is Matt Kemp. Kemp has had a lot of success against Sanchez, who spins toward second Nothing going on there. Terrio is a guy who runs well. Terrio can steal a base. Although this year he's had 20 steals. He's also been caught 9 times trying. That is in for a called strike.
See more and more of Jonathan Sanchez using that split finger fastball that he uses for his changeup. It's really become a good weapon for him. The other concern, too, was how he was going to find the strike zone tonight. His last outing with 5 innings, gave up just 1 hit but walked 7. He was all over the place.
Freddie Sanchez broke in behind the runner at second. Sanchez stepped off the slab. No throw made. And the fans now come alive. The first beat LA of the game. And again, Terrio, who's trying to get Sanchez's attention, dancing a little bit away from second, and Sanchez bluffs him back. Runs have been hard to come by in this series, and the Dodgers get 2 batters into the game. There's another splitter, strike 2.
Good pitch. When you first get command of that pitch and you're able to throw it in 3-2 counts, 3-1 counts, you find out that there's a lot of great times to throw it. And this is what he's learning now. And where he was throwing it 4 or 5 times a game, now he's going to start throwing it 24 and 25 times a game. That's how good a pitch has become for him.
And the fastball puts him away.
And that fastball up high, totally set up by the split finger fastball, is the off-speed pitch. And you look at 82, and all of a sudden on a payoff, you see 92, and with his lazy arm delivery, it even looks faster. No contest.
So Sanchez with consecutive strikeouts of Blake and Kemp, and now the left-handed batting Loney, who is 4 for 20 lifetime against Jonathan Sanchez. A foggy night in San Francisco. And that is a foul off the left field line as he started him with the high breaking ball. 0-1 the count. Final game of the year between the Giants and the Dodgers. The Giants lead the season series 9-8. Although it seemed like the Dodgers at one time were running the table against the Giants, didn't it? Early in the year, the Giants just could not beat the Dodgers.
The Dodgers won 5 of the first 6 games they played, and it really wasn't close. They kind of manhandled, especially here at AT&T. And that has all changed.
James Loney, who is the Dodgers' RBI leader. So he is hitting only .278, but much higher with runners in scoring position. Sanchez, nice pickup from his knee. Throws him out, and the inning is over. Just the one for the Dodgers. And now the Giants come to bat. The fog. The Giants batting order brought to you by the most award-winning brand of 4x4s ever, Jeep. Check them out at Jeep.com. Renteria at short and Sanchez at second. Huff at first. Buster Posey hits cleanup. The catcher. Burrow back in the lineup in left. Uribe at third. Guillen back in right field hitting seventh. Aaron Rowan the center field, and he's done well against Lilly. Sanchez the pitcher. Ted Lilly, who ran off a 5-game winning streak right after the Dodgers acquired him from the Cubs. Renteria shows bunt with Blake playing very deep at third. Blake was way back behind the bag and right along the foul line. So not a bad idea there by Edgar, trying to get the Giants going. Renteria hitting .273.
Casey Blake not buying that he wants to bunt. He's playing back again.
Tries to backdoor him with that slider. Misses. 2-0. Overall, Lilly, 8 wins, 10 losses, a 3.58 ERA, but he's 5-2 as a Dodger.
Well, you're going to see an assortment of movement from Ted Lilly. These are his numbers: 27th save, 8-10 on the year, 3.58 ERA. A finesse guy, 138 strikeouts against 39 walks. Fastball, curveball, slider, changeup.
Gives up a lot of home runs.
Well, and not many of them, though, that are multi-run home runs. I mean, usually the home runs he gives up are challenges and they're solo shots. Got a real big curveball. You want to stay out of that count where he can use it on you to beat you.
And a pop-up. Up in the fog, there's Reed Johnson. And Renteria is retired.
Let's take a look at that Dodger defense. It'll be Mitchell, Kemp, and Johnson. That's your outfield. For Carl Blake on the left side of the infield, Terrio and Loney on the right side. Rod Barajas will be in the squat, putting down the signs. And the man on the bump is Ted Lilly, a 34-year-old left-hander. Went to Yosemite High School and went to Fresno City. He was raised a Giants fan.
Freddie Sanchez, .288 batting average. And that's too low for ball one. The Giants were being shut down at Dodger Stadium back on September the 4th by Lilly. They had only one hit against him into the 7th inning, and he had a 4-0 lead. And then they started hitting the long ball. They hit 2 home runs against Lilly with the bases empty. And a pop-up. Foul and out of play off to the right. Gets a ball and a strike. Posey hit a home run the 7th, and then Renteria led off the 8th with a home run. And then they took Lilly out of the game. And against the Dodger bullpen, the Giants kept hitting home runs and finally won the game 5-4. 4 home runs for the Giants that night, the last 3 innings of the game. Time taken at the plate.
Now you'll watch Lilly. I mean, he likes the third base side of the rubber against right-handers. He'll go to the other side of the rubber against lefties. I mean, he'll move around. And I'm not being like a couple inches. He'll move around the entire length of the rubber, which is something we have not normally seen many people do. I think the last time I ever saw a guy do that was Eric Gagne when he first came up. Let's start there. And he'll move completely over to the first base side at times.
Off Lilly, high in the air to Furcal, and he throws him out. So bad luck for Freddie Sanchez, and the catcher Barajas goes out to see if Lilly's okay. Looks fine.
Looks like it got him on the left leg, just inside the heel. So maybe a one-hopper just caromed off his left heel. Or the instep of his foot, it went right to Furcal. You talk about bad luck.
So 2 down, nobody on, and here is Aubrey Huff.
And we saw Lilly on the third base side of the rubber. Now he's going over to the first base side to face the left-handed hitting Huff.
Lilly was the guy in pitching for the Cubs in a game against the Dodgers. The Dodgers started accusing him of moving in front of the pitching slab as he was throwing pitches, and they thought he was several inches in front of the rubber as he was delivering pitches. On toward Death Valley through the fog. Reed Johnson giving chase. He'll have to keep chasing. Huff to second, heading for third. The relay by Terrio. It's a triple.
Well, they don't call it triples alley for nothing. And when you've got pretty good speed like Aubrey Huff, all he needs to do is get those big long legs uncranked. High fastball. And in other ballparks, this is a home run. Here, you have to settle for a three-bagger. Taking full advantage of a mistake up.
So now Posey to try and get him in with 2 down. And it's ball 1 down and in. The last time Posey faced Lilly, he clobbered a long home run at Dodger Stadium against him. 1-0. The Dodgers lead the Giants. Buster Posey hitting .324, 13 homers, and 59 runs batted in. And he backdoored him with the slider for a strike.
He'll use that side of the plate with both breaking balls, the slider and the curve. And he's got excellent command of that side of the plate with those pitches. And you got to think right field because of that, because he backdoors so much with his off-speed stuff.
One and two. Well, let's go back to September the 4th in the 7th inning. Posey against Lilly.
Pretty much the same pitch he just threw. A little fastball that kind of wanted to go inside but leaked out over the plate. And Buster Posey hit that thing a long way. Got some pop.
You don't see balls go halfway up in those bleachers, or what they call the pavilion down there, when the sun is down very often. A ball and 2 strikes to Posey. Huff at third. Infield swung around toward the third base line. 2-2. Pat Burrell on deck. The fog is pouring into the ballpark. We can see it reflected in the lights out in center field, and even looking that direction. Look at as it's reflected by the center field lights. And it hit Aubrey Huff. He was in foul ground, so he is not out. If it hits him in fair ground, he's out. The question is he okay? Aubrey Huff, are you kidding me?
Well, aside from being a little embarrassed, and it got him right in the right foot. And his dogs are barking. You get no sympathy in the dugout. None.
DeRosa and Fontenot. Reed Johnson got a late break. Off his glove. Huff scores the tying run. A double for Posey. Hit right at Johnson, and he could not get a read on it immediately. And by the time he started back, it was too late.
Now, Reed Johnson, pretty good outfielder. He gets boxed on this thing on the first step. And Posey just didn't give him enough time to regroup. He couldn't get back. Desperation flag, and all he can do is touch it. Nice opposite field hitting, and this is exactly what we're talking about. Take what Ted Lilly gives you. If you try and pull this guy, he'll roll you over on that line. You stay inside it, go the other way, you can have at bats just like that.
So now base hit can mean another run. Posey in scoring position for Pat Burrell on the inside corner for a strike. The last time Burrell faced Ted Lilly, in fact, he wasn't even in the game the last time. He came in as a pinch hitter, and they took Lilly out. And Burrell then hit a home run against Dotel, the reliever. And the curve is up and away. So Pat Burrell, only one hit in 9 career at-bats against Lilly. Lilly actually has been pretty tough against right-handed hitters for the year. And right-handed hitters hitting only 195 against him. Left-handed hitters are hitting 250. Very high. 2-1 to Burrell, trying to be the RBI man here and put the Giants ahead. It's 1-1 in the first inning. This is like a slugfest compared to the rest of this series. 2 runs on the board already, only in the first inning.
I can't take this pace, partner.
And the slider is low. So good pitch recognition there by Pat Burrell.
Now, Burrell says early in the game he likes to see a lot of pitches. But in the situation when you have a runner score position your first at bat, things may change, but they have a pretty tough pitch right there. The back door breaking ball. So now he sees his 5th pitch.
Popped it up. Foul. Barajas over. The wind keeps it back in play, and Barajas takes it. So the wind worked against Burrow there. 1-1 as we head to the second.
It is foggy, it is damp, but it is electric here at AT&T Park. Giants and Dodgers, second inning now. We talk about Tim Lincecum, we talk about Matt Cain, rightfully so, but really it's the entire Giants pitching staff that is in charge of what's happening here in September in this playoff run. Right now, we get to our Toyota by the numbers. Giants have the lowest team ERA in the month of September in the major leagues right now. The Giants, followed by the Indians and Twins, a team ERA of 1.63. In comparison, in August, the team ERA for the Giants was 4.55. Gentlemen, a staggering turnaround for the Giants.
And it is a run of pitching that is not often seen. Russ Mitchell is the hitter. Mitchell, 25 years old, from Georgia, at Albuquerque in AAA ball. 23 homers, 87 batted in, hit .315. The count is a ball and a strike, but he has not yet had a hit in the big leagues. 0 for 14. Reed Johnson and Rod Barajas to follow. Dodgers got an unearned run in the first inning on the throwing error by Uribe. Now Uribe charges it. Going to have to hurry. Just in time.
Now Russ Mitchell can run a little bit. He put some heat on that play. Nice little cheat job, too, from Aubrey Huff over first base. And you can leave just a little bit to give the illusion that that ball beats the runner. Nice little lean. It's nice when you're an infielder and you got an arm like Uribe and you can reach back and get a little extra. And he needed it on that play. Nice pick.
One down. Here is Johnson. 4-1. Johnson is a .283 hitter with only one home run and 166 at bats. And foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tomorrow night, the Milwaukee Brewers come to town to start a 3-game series. 7:15 tomorrow. The Brewers, who just a couple of years ago were a postseason team, and they've had high hopes ever since, but their pitching has let them down. It's still a ball club that can give any pitching staff a lot of trouble. The High fastball from Sanchez. 1-2 to the likes of Prince Fielder. Ricky Weeks having a huge season. Corey Hart, Ryan Braun, Santa Cruz's Casey McGee. Giants and Brewers tomorrow. And Randy Wolf, tough left-handed veteran, up against Madison Bumgarner here tomorrow at 7:15. Tickets available at sfgiants.com. The foul tip into the glove. Strike 3.
Third strikeout tonight for Jonathan Sanchez. Well, the 2011 On Deck season plan is now available. Not only can you reserve your tickets for next year, it's also a way to guarantee tickets all the way through postseason play. Operators are standing by, so call 415-972-2298. For more information, go to sfgiants.com/season. September baseball, game on.
2 down, nobody on. 3 strikeouts in 2 innings for Sanchez so far. And strike 1 call to Barajas. Powerful right-handed hitter. 16 homers, 42 batted in. 235 average. Hitless in this series. But 3 home runs for the year against Giants pitching. Check swing foul. Right over toward Lilly, who's on deck. Strike 2. Giants had the 3 games with the Brewers over the weekend, and then they hit the road again. They'll go to Chicago, to Wrigley Field for 3. And then a big showdown with the Colorado Rockies starting a week from Friday. That'll be their final road trip of the season. Back home for the final week of the regular season against Arizona. And then finally, it all culminates with the Padres in town the final weekend. 0-2 on a foggy night here in San Francisco.
That's the most fog we've seen this early in the game in a long time.
0-2. The changeup, the splitter, struck him out. 6 in a row retired by Sanchez, 4 of them on strikeouts.
Dodgers. Since being traded to the Dodgers earlier this season, Lilly is 5-2 for Los Angeles. We're pretty familiar with him around here. We mentioned earlier he grew up near Yosemite, went to Oakhurst High School, has well-traveled. He used to play for the A's, but at one point of his career, a pitcher for the Yankees, and he gave up a monstrous home run. Gentlemen, remember this, to Barry Bonds in June of 2002 at Yankee Stadium into the upper deck. That was Bonds' home run, number 588. And yes, Lilly grew up as a Giants fan. Back up to you guys.
Into the upper deck and then still going. It was, I think, more than halfway up into the upper deck. Mike Krukow went out there the next day at Yankee Stadium just to see what it looked like from that vantage point, and it was rather astounding to realize how far away it was.
It really was. When you got up there in the seat, you looked down from where you hit it from. It was you couldn't believe the ball could be hit that far.
Uribe with a foul.
But that man used to thrill us and do things that we didn't think could be done.
That was his first series at Yankee Stadium. Bonds had never been to Yankee Stadium, the new one, as a player. And out of play again. Uribe up with 20 homers, 77 runs batted in. Fourth time in his career that he's reached 20 home runs, so nothing new there for him. He's always had a lot of power, but the 77 RBIs, that's a career record. Hit well through the fog, but there is Kemp easing his way back. One away. Fans, right after we sign off from tonight's game on NBC Bay Area and affiliated Giants Network stations, you can watch continuing post-game coverage with interviews and expert analysis on a special edition of Sportsnet Central on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. I'm John Miller with Mike Krukow and Raj Mathai, and the ball fouled by Jose Guillen off to the right. Guillen had an epidural yesterday early in the morning. He had a slight bulging disc that has been bothering him, and reported that it feels much better today. The curveball in there for a strike. Guillen is hitting .280 as a Giant in 82 at bats with 4 doubles, a homer, and 7 batted in. Casey Blake is hugging the line at third as if it were the late innings.
Pretty much outhouse or castle lifetime against Lilly. 3 for 20, but the 3 hits, a home run, and 2 doubles. Hard to say who really has the bragging rights in that relationship.
You'll see where Blake is at third. Ordinarily, we'd expect to see him in the late innings of a tie game in the no doubles defense. And did that hit him?
Down with the back foot.
So he will go to first. I never saw Marty Foster point him toward first, as if, but well, here it is. No question about it.
Just caught him on the tip of the toe. Yep, got him.
After Derek Jeter last night, everybody's going to be suspect now.
I couldn't believe what I saw. Derek Jeter pitch that went inside. Appeared to have hit him in the hand. He got his base.
This is a double play ball. There's one. Terrio to first, and Rowland doubled up to end the inning. First ball swinging. We head to the third. 1-1. Ford, the right choice for California. See your California Ford dealer or visit yourcaliforniaford.com
today. The Thrill versus Buster, comparing Will Clark to Buster Posey. Clark in 1987, 150 games, 308, 35 big flies, 91 RBIs. Posey this year in 92 games, 324, 13 big flies, 59 RBIs. And if you projected him out over 150 games, he would have 21 big flies and 96 RBIs. Not a bad season.
Here's Ted Lilly leading off the third inning for L.A. 1-1 the score. Lilly with 2 hits and 48 at bats and only 3 sacrifice bunts. That fastball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Meanwhile, on the out-of-town scoreboard at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, they're in the 9th inning, and the Cardinals still holding a 4-0 lead over the Padres. Uribe and Lilly is retired 1 away. There's the score on the hand-operated out-of-town scoreboard here. Arizona with a victory in Cincinnati just before the Reds go on a road trip, but it looks like it's not going to help the Cardinals a whole lot. Mets beat the Pirates. The 98th loss of the year for the Pirates, by the way. They are now 50 games under 500.
That's a long season. Not much fun.
48 wins, 98 losses. They've lost more than 2/3 of their games. For Cal, and Sanchez drops in the breaking ball for a strike. For Cal, hit one right past third on the ground for a double to lead off the first inning, and later scored a run. The breaking ball again, strike 2.
Backed it up, and you couldn't throw 2 better in a row. And you could throw a fastball right by him. Kind of an emergency swing to fight that one up, but I like the pitch. Not only was it a fastball, but it was up. You change sightlines. When you throw that curveball, you establish in the eye of the hitter low. Now you've done it 2 pitches. You go high with the fastball. And Furcal just did get a piece to stay alive.
One and 2. Terrio on deck. Limited scoreboard tonight. The Colorado Rockies, who are heading out on the road, are idle. Atlanta, a half game ahead of the Giants in the wild card division, heading to New York. They're idle today. That got him looking.
Boy, Furcal knew it. He was walking out of the box before Marty Foster made the call.
5th strikeout for Sanchez.
And this is the first called strike 3 of the 5 strikeouts. And just like the first 2 pitches in this at bat, he went after him with a breaking ball. Good ones.
So now Ryan Terrio had a sacrifice bunt his first time, but also reached on a throwing error by Uribe. First pitch swinging, and there is Guillen. That is a 9-pitch inning for Jonathan Sanchez, who has retired 9 in a row.
The excitement of baseball in September. The playoff race changes every couple of hours. Just moments ago, the San Diego Padres lose Game 1 of a 4-game set in St. Louis. Cardinals shut them out 4-0. You see the standings right now in the National League West. The Giants and Padres are tied for first. So with the win tonight, the Giants could take over first place. Let's now rejoin John Miller and Mike Krukow upstairs.
And that's Raj Mathai, sports director at NBC Bay Area. So the Cardinals have given the Giants a bit of a push. That's the first of a 4-game series at Busch Stadium. Jonathan Sanchez hitting .137, facing Ted Lilly. 1-1 the score here. A mighty cut. 0-2.
I mean, he's got a mighty cut, but he has to have that perfect pitch. Now, Kite calls it, it's got to be down and in and change up speed, and he could really tear into it.
On the outside corner, strike 3 called. And one day, maybe he'll get one down there.
Oh, he will. Play long enough. I mean, even a blind hog finds an acorn, as they used to say.
Who used to say that?
Well, a bunch of hog farmers.
Jimmy Davenport?
He would know.
Former Giants third baseman back in the 60s, who had such a great glove at third base. He was known as the man with the golden glove. There's a ball outside to Edgar Renteria, who flied out to right his first time.
Yeah, I went to school with a lot of hog farmers, Cal Poly. In fact, if you ever get down to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, check out the swine unit. Very cool. Just giving you a tip.
I'll make my plans right now. Casey Blake will hold on to it. Edgar bluffed that in the first inning, and now he actually carries it out in his second plate appearance, and it's a base hit.
Well, they never really believed that he would actually do it, and this is a perfect drag bunt. And as deep as Casey Blake was playing, even one that was bunted a little bit hard turned out to be a pearl. Doesn't even get off a throw.
Hit number 3 for the Giants. Freddie Sanchez got robbed of a hit by the left foot of Ted Lilly back in the first inning. Ended up being a big play in that first inning. The changeup is wide. 1 ball to no strikes. His ball was headed right for center field. It looked like a sure base hit, but it hit the foot of Lilly and ricocheted over in the air to the shortstop for a call, who threw out Sanchez. Huff followed that with a triple, and then Posey followed that with a double. On the inside corner with a fastball, a ball and a strike now. There is Aubrey Huff on deck. 1-1 the score in the third inning. Renteria, who used to be a guy who stole a lot of bases, but only 3 this year. And Edgar, at this stage of his career, is not a guy that you expect to try and steal a bag, especially a guy with a guy like Lilly on the mound, who's got a very deceptive move. Casey Blake is once again hugging the line at third, so big holes are opened up on both sides of the infield. The infield is really spread out. 2-1. Freddie Sanchez with 8 hits in 26 career at bats against Lilly. So he's hit over 300 against him lifetime. And he'd been hitting well over 300, almost 400 for several weeks against all comers. Along the right field line, Reed Johnson, and he runs out of room. It was caught though.
Giants fan brought his glove out of bed. That's not the first fly ball he's ever caught, too. I want you to know that. Let's watch the play. I got it. Got it played perfectly. Sweet spot, right in the sweet spot.
And that other guy must not have heard him calling for it. The guy was trying to knock it away from him. 2-2 the count. Johnson goes back. And it's over his head. That just kept going. Edgar stops at third. It's a double for Freddie Sanchez, and Reed Johnson's having a hard time figuring out where these fly balls are going to go.
Now, we talk about it, right field here at this ball yard is not an easy field to play. We've had some great ones in the past. Ellis Burks, Randy Wynn, Nate Scherholtz now plays it well, but when you're playing it for the first time, like Reed Johnson is doing on a windy night, it is not fun. And again, misjudges the ball, and it just carries right over his head. For 2 times he's been bit by misjudging the fly balls, and you're talking about an experienced, good outfielder. It just gives you an idea how tough that field is.
Now Aubrey Huff to try and put the Giants ahead. Great opportunity now. The big hitters up. Runners at second and third. 1 out. Huff walloped one. He may have hit it 390, 400 feet out into Death Valley in right center. Settled for a triple, but then Posey knocked him in with a double. 1-1 the score now. The infield is backed up. That ball is hit well. Deep to right field. And gone! A home run! A 3-run shot over the Willie Mays wall. Number 25 for Aubrey Huff. 4-1 Giants. Posey takes ball 1. The fans didn't have enough of a Huff yet.
Well, you talk about lighting up a crowd with a swing of the bat. Aubrey Huff, who just became a dad the second time a couple days ago, and hits his first home run for his new son, Jagger. Nice going, Aubrey Huff.
25 homers for Huff. 84 runs batted in. Over the 24-foot high wall in right field. The curveball is low. 2-1.
He's had 2 really good at-bats on high mistakes from Lilly. And earlier, he went through a sprint where he was getting underneath that pitch. He had a real nice high back shoulder on both swings. Nice flat swing.
3-1 now to Posey.
And he's got 2 of the tough legs of the cycle out of the way, the triple and the home run. So stay tuned.
Three and 1 the count. That ball is gone. Goodbye. Headed for Oakland. 5-1 Giants. Second time in the last 3 plate appearances against Lilly that Posey has hit a tape measure shot.
Let's watch Aubrey Huff. High back shoulder, flat swing, great top hand throw. And that thing is way out of here. And Buster Posey measured out a breaking ball at the knees and watch him golf. No doubt about it. From the side, Buster Posey lowers his head and begins a humble trot. That was RBI number 61. And that was impressive.
This is not one of those nights where you have that 25-mile-an-hour wind blowing straight out to left field either. And that one went more than halfway up in the bleachers out there. What a shot by Posey. Right on the heels of the 3-run blast to right field by Aubrey Huff.
Like he said, slider to Bam Bam Eulens when he asked what it was.
And a curveball in for a strike to Burrow. Consecutive home runs from Huff and Posey. Changeup. 0-2. Posey 14 homers, 61 RBIs in 348 at-bats. Now the curveball, strike 3.
So he softballs Burrell with changeups and curveballs. But this place is still buzzing from what Aubrey Huff and Buster Posey did. And look at the look Jonathan Sanchez says. You know what he's saying? Woohoo! I got 5 runs. He hadn't seen those in a long time.
What is that like? Ball 1 to Uribe. The Dodgers have some action going in their bullpen now. The Giants are punishing Ted Lilly. Within a span of 4 batters here in the 3rd inning, they put 4 runs on the board as Uribe fooled badly on that changeup. Uribe flied out deep to center his first time. Another changeup. He took this one. 2-1 the count. In the bullpen for the Dodgers, Jeff Weaver, the veteran right-hander. There's Ken Howell, the former Dodger reliever, now the bullpen coach. Curveball, beauty. Strike 2, 69 miles an hour. 2-2 the count. And again, Casey Blake right on the line at 3rd for a right-handed hitter. Fastball, that ball has hit a mile, but foul through the fog and way back into the stands. Giants have now hit 139 home runs for the year. And he just got a piece of that curveball. They have lately been in one of those cycles where if they haven't been hitting home runs, they've had a terrible time scoring at all. But they've also had a few games where they've hit several home runs. And for the fastball, a swinging strike 3. Aubrey Huff, 3-run shot over the Willie Mays wall to break the tie. And then Buster Posey was next. What a shot. Way up into the bleachers in left. 5-1 Giants. Extend our appreciation and also a hearty thank you to all of our affiliate stations along the NBC Bay Area Giants Television Network for another season. KMAX in Sacramento, KRVU in Chico, KEMY up in Redding. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Jerry and Winona tuned in tonight up there. And KAIL in Fresno. Also KOTR Monterey, KAME in Reno, and KFBI in Medford. It's the group of stations along the NBC Bay Area Giants Television Network. Our final telecast on the NBC Bay Area Giants Network for the season. Casey Blake, the hitter, a little bit low. 5-1 the Giants are leading as Blake bats here in the fourth. He struck out his first time. Matt Kemp and James Loney to follow. Aubrey Huff having quite a night. A long triple to the deepest part of the ballpark in the first inning, and then a home run over the big wall in right. Freddie Sanchez wants this one.
Well, Giants baseball is brought to you by Budweiser, official beer of the first inning. Budweiser, it's what we do. As we look around with our fan cam, and there's the great Orlando Cepeda. And there's Murph and Mac, morning KMBR hosts.
And there's ball one to Matt Kemp, who struck out his first time. 5-1 Giants. Orlando Cepeda, number 30, Hall of Famer. El Hijo de Perucho, they used to call him. His dad was a great player in Puerto Rico. Perucho Cepeda. And that's Orlando. He's got a lot of nicknames, but that was the one he favors the most. El Hijo de Perucho. The Baby Bull, Cha-Cha. Orlando Cepeda.
We want to extend our best wishes to another one of the Giants Hall of Famers, Willie McCovey, still recuperating from surgery, and he's in the hospital in Walnut Creek. So, Willie, we need you to get better. We need you to get out here as fast as you can. We're all thinking of you.
Willie McCovey, 521 career home runs, one of the all-time greats. Tied with Ted Williams on the all-time list of home run sluggers. And there's the statue of McCovey hitting a tape measure home run. And he hit a lot of them. Nobody hit the ball further than Willie McCovey. On the changeup. And Torreya's going to have to hurry. Kemp has a lot of speed, but he got it. Nice play.
Now, this is great technique for young shortstops. I mean, you know you have to hurry. And a way to cheat is to get your lower body in a position to get square to the target. Watch how he gets angled and he gets his upper body cocked, his lower body basically getting in position to step towards the target. One shuffle crow hop, and right over the top throws a strike, and he makes it all look easy. But the play really was made in the setup. Nice pick.
James Loney now. Loney is 0 for 1.
Again, watch him set up. Gets his whole body cocked, and that way he's already in position to get off a throw. That's his compact motion, and a lot of power in that compact motion as well.
A ball and a strike to Loney. Big hitters up for the Dodgers here, the 3, 4, 5 spots. Sanchez has gotten both Blake and Kemp, and he has now retired 11 in a row. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Loney with 2 down and nobody on. Sanchez, in that run of 11 straight men retired, struck out 5 of those 11. And there's been only 1 ball hit to the outfield. That was a pop fly into shallow right by those 11. And a foul off the third base side. By the way, Lara Calios and Tom Rector of San Francisco are here tonight with many family members and friends, and they are kicking off the celebration of their impending wedding on Saturday here at AT&T Park tonight. Whole celebration begins tonight with the Giants and Dodgers as they root the Giants on, and I send our congratulations and best wishes to them. 6 strikeouts of the last 12 Dodgers. 12 in a row retired by Sanchez.
5-1 Giants as we are going into the bottom of the fourth inning.
Jose Guillen leads off. He was hit by a pitch his first time. And a changeup misses for ball one. Out of play, off to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike. Guillen hitting 7 in the order. Aaron Rowand on deck, and then Jonathan Sanchez.
Really wraps that knob with his left hand. It's a strong man's grip. Let's see the left hand. The finger below the knob. It's great to watch good hitters take their batting practice because they try to get their balance in their batting practice. To them, it's not just a home run derby contest. They want to establish their balance in the session. They want to use the middle of the field, use the opposite field.
The curveball is ripped down the left field line, but hooking foul into the crowd.
When a hitter can get his balance right, it frees up his hands and they become quick, allows them to think for themselves, and that's when they're ready for a game. That's when they know they're going to go into a game. They're going to hit the ball hard. You can't always say you're going to get hits, but you're going to say you're going to hit the ball hard.
And he hits that one hard. High fastball. Let's go downstairs to NBC Bay Area Sports Director Raj Mathai.
John, good evening. It's a big night here for the Giants in San Francisco. It's also a big night for the Giants in San Jose, and that leads us to our Xfinity Future Focus, looking at the stars of tomorrow. As we speak, it's Game 1 of the California League Single-A Championships. The San Jose Giants hosting Rancho Cucamonga, the Quakes. San Jose looking for its back-to-back titles now. Keep in mind, last season, Buster Posey, part of the San Jose Giants championship team. And, John, you want some breaking news out of San Jose?
What's the update?
You ready for this? 5th inning, the San Jose Giants leading Rancho Cucamonga 2-0.
Oh, boy. All right.
Nice going.
Good news.
Good luck, San Jose Giants.
Giants have had several years of success down there in San Jose. They've had some excellent teams down there that have been showcasing some of the Giants' top future prospects. The Giants, I think, for the last couple of years have believed that the best is yet to come with the pipeline from the minor leagues as well. Aaron Rowand hit a double play his first time. Guillen at first, nobody out. Dodger bullpen up again. That's a strike.
And that's that backdoor breaking ball. You see it early, and in your mind, you're saying that's going to be a ball outside, and it keeps working its way back in the strike zone.
Ramon Troncoso, a right-hander, warming up, as you saw, in the LA bullpen. 5-1 Giants here in the fourth. Curveball outside. The Padres have been beaten. Cardinals 4, Padres nothing. Jake Westbrook got the win over Tim Stauffer. So the Giants at the moment in a flat-footed tie for first. Padres and Giants with identical records. The Giants, if they can win this game, will be a half game in front of the Padres. And also would draw into a flat-footed tie with Atlanta. Although, if you win the division, you're not that interested in the wild card race any longer. The Padres, at the moment, are a half game back of Atlanta in the wild card division. 2-2 the count to Rowand. Up and in on that ball. Here is Kemp. That ball carried well out there, but an easy play for Kemp. One away. Rowand is 0 for 2. Came into the game hitting .229 for the year. Now Jonathan Sanchez in a bunt situation. One out, runner at first. He struck out looking his first time. Giants and the Brewers tomorrow night, 7:15. Madison Bumgarner against Randy Wolf. Saturday, 6:05. Tim Lincecum and Giovanni Gallardo. A great matchup in the Saturday early evening game. Did that hit Sanchez? It did. And he'll go to first base. He's trying to make it out, but it got him on the pitching hand.
Dave Greshner right out there right away. contest when you're afraid to take off your glove. I pinched him on the little finger, and that probably is the best news of all. For a pitcher, if you get hit on the tips of your finger, your forefinger, or your middle finger, you're in trouble. Ball just goes in and just pinches the little finger on his throwing hand. Just caught a piece of him.
Explaining it to Greshner, who, along with Bruce Bochy, satisfied that Sanchez is okay for now. But here's Joe Torre with 2 men on. It's only been a poor night for Lilly, and he takes the ball from Lilly, and Troncoso, the right-hander, will be brought in with the top of the order coming up. 2 men on, 1 man out, 4th inning. 5-1 Giants. Renteria coming up against the reliever. We'll be right back.
Time now for our scenic shot of the game. It's brought to you by Fry's. Your best buys are always at Fry's, guaranteed. You see the beauty coming right on the intersection of 3rd and King. The address of beautiful AT&T Park. That is our scenic shot of the game. Willie Mays Plaza, 24 palm trees. Celebrating a number of the great Willie Howard Mays. And there you see the statue. Oh, yeah, there's twins there. There's 1, there's 2.
Edgar Renteria, 1 for 2 in the game. He started that 4-run 3rd inning rally with a bunt. Strike 1 from Troncoso. Troncoso would call from Albuquerque August 30th. And Troncoso has had a hard time getting anything going this year. 484 earned run average in the big leagues in 44 games. 44 and 2/3 innings, 46 hits allowed. Also 7 home runs given up in 44 and 2/3 innings. And he had a 5.73 ERA in 15 games with Albuquerque when he was down there.
Well, when he's right, he's low to mid-90s with sink. Good hard slider and a curveball. That's the sink we're talking about. You know, he's one of those guys you like to bring in an existing inning when you have a force at first base because he can get you that ground ball. The problem is he's not been able to control it. He's missed a lot of pitches this year up with that sinker. And when a pitcher gets up around the belt, mid-thigh with sink, and all of a sudden flags out, becomes hittable.
Into right field. Guillen will be held at 3rd by Tim Flannery. And the bases are loaded. Renteria, after falling behind in the count, and sure enough, not that he hit it out of the yard, but that pitch was up to Edgar Renteria with 2 strikes.
Well, you lose your best weapon if you're a sinker baller. You lose movement. You lose sink. It'll bore into a righty away from the lefty if you're a right-handed pitcher, but still, I mean, it's not anything that you can't beat if you're a good hitter. And that's how you beat Sink. You look up.
Freddie Sanchez, who could have had 2 hits tonight, but his first one, a would-be base hit to center, hit the foot of Ted Billy. He ended up being thrown out. Hit a double his last time. And almost got a hit by that one. 2 Giants have been hit by pitches tonight. Guillen got hit in the foot in the second. Jonathan Sanchez got hit, it appeared, near the, or on the small finger on his left hand when he was trying to bunt. 2-0. The bases are loaded. Guillen, Sanchez, and Renteria on the bases from third back to first. Already holding a 5-1 lead. There's Guillen at third, Sanchez at second, and Renteria. He just got a base hit to right. The infield looking for the double play ball from Freddie Sanchez. 2-0 the count, though. 3-0. Aubrey Huff, who already has a triple and a home run in this game, on deck. Right through there for a strike at 93. 3-1. Freddie Sanchez hitting .289 for the season now. He's had some problems with his left knee, the one on which he had some surgery. And that will force in a run. A bases loaded walk to Sanchez. He'll get credit for a run batted in. 6-1 Giants. Bases remain loaded for Aubrey Huff.
Well, let's take a look at his last at bat. It came in the third inning. 2 on. A high fastball, and he knocks it out of here for a home run for 25. And that was our Cash Creek hit. It's brought to you by Cash Creek's Perfect 10 giveaway. Now until October 10th, thousands will win cash and prizes every day. All you have to do is visit cashcreek.com for details.
So Aubrey Huff, who is tripled into deep right center, homered over the right field wall, takes a called strike.
Don't want to swing at that pitch from a sinking ball. That's a ground ball. Not the first pitch.
295 average for Huff. Along the left field line, foul, and back into the crowd. So he's behind 0-2. And the LA bullpen is going to get busy again. As Troncoso has not yet retired anybody. He's allowed a single to right and a walk. Did he swing? Yes, he did. Aubrey Huff badly fooled, and that pitch in the dirt, strike 3. Out number 2 in the inning. First man retired by Troncoso.
Aubrey Huff's not going to be happy with this opportunity. And a 3-pitch strikeout, and he chases the ball in the dirt. And when you got a triple or a home run in the first couple of at-bats, you have to come up your third AB with the bases loaded. You're getting greedy in your mind.
Buster Posey has hit a double to right to knock in a run and a spectacular home run to left. Off the inside. Posey 2 for 2. His average now up to .328. Giants with Posey's homer in the third coming right after Huff's home run. 7th time this year the Giants have gone back to back. 1-1.
Good pitch to hit. Posey's last at bat against Ted Lilly gets a breaking ball. And he thought it was a slider and just yanked it right about halfway up the bleachers and left. That was a big, big fly. Home run number 14 on the year.
Bases loaded, 2 down, 6-1 Giants. And there is Terrio to end the inning. So the Giants do not bust it wide open, but nonetheless are pretty comfortable.
Well, tomorrow night, the Brewers coming to San Francisco. Game 1 of a 3-game set, and tomorrow night will be Orange Friday, a 7:15 start. And a new promotion was added. That's right, the first 20,000 fans to get here tomorrow night to watch the game are going to get a Buster Posey orange T-shirt. We've seen them. They're very cool. You want tickets, go to sfgiants.com. Remember, September baseball, game on.
So the slugging Brewers in with an array of offensive talent. Bumgarner and Randy Wolf tomorrow. Buster Posey T-shirt night. First ball swinging toward the left field corner. Burrow after a long run, and it's off the foul pole. A home run for Russ Mitchell.
First big league hit.
6-2. Giants.
Now let's take a look at Russ Mitchell taking an inside fastball. He had 23 home runs down in Albuquerque this year. This is his 8th year of professional baseball, signed out of high school. All of his career is played in the Dodger organization, and now he has himself a home run and a batting average.
He made his major league debut 8 days ago. He did have an RBI on a sacrifice fly, but no hits until just now. He was the third baseman on the All-Pacific Coast League team this year and was the Albuquerque MVP. So a moment to remember. They retrieved that baseball for him. The ball dude along the left field line retrieved that ball and gave it to Larry Boa, the third base coach.
Man, you kind of feel like you're part of the club when you have a batting average.
Casey Blake over to congratulate him.
Some concern here, too. I remember that Jonathan Sanchez got hit in his throwing hand, attempting to make a bunt there in the 4th inning. You can see the concern in the face of Dave Leggetti, and that split finger is going to make him feel a little bit better.
Reed Johnson struck out his first time. Sanchez has given up some home runs this year. That's the 19th he's allowed in 175 innings.
It's just 3 great pitches. A fastball, changeup, fastball. And you talk about taking the timing out of a hitter. Job well done. Strikeout number 7. Fastball just blows it right through the letters, and this is right after the changeup. Nicely done. I don't think there's any concern for the hand anymore.
The timing of that home run certainly made you raise your eyebrow a little bit, though.
It did. You're watching this guy, he got hit in the hand, goes out, first pitch he throws, yank, home run.
Barajas pops it up. Out in front of the plate goes Posey. And he's got it. Nothing easy about a play like that on a night like tonight, although the fog has disappeared for the moment.
Now here was that pitch in the bunt opportunity. Ball thrown by Lilly just kind of got away from him up and in and hit Sanchez right on the left hand on the side of the little finger. It was a stinger, but I don't think it's an issue anymore.
Chin Lung Hu is the pinch hitter for Troncoso. And the count is 0-1. Hu, an excellent defensive shortstop. He's from Taiwan. He fouls one off the right field line, where the Giants might go to open next season. It's still being negotiated right now. And it has not been decided or approved yet. But the idea is that the Giants and the Diamondbacks will open the 2011 season in Taiwan with a 2-game series. And a foul out of play off to the right. It's 0-2 to Chin Lung Hu. He's been in the Dodger farm system since back in 2003. 26 years old. Hit .317 at Albuquerque this year. He's got a lot of minor league experience. 6-2, the Giants lead here in the 5th inning. Jeff Weaver, a right-hander, up in the LA bullpen. And the slider is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Dodgers leave here right after the game and go home. And they're going to play Colorado at Dodger Stadium Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then next week, they stay home and play San Diego Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's a base hit. That was the splitter. And Shin Lung Hu was right on it.
A nice 2-strike attack for Hu.
3rd hit for LA against Sanchez.
And now Hu's on first.
What?
I don't think we can go there.
Been done.
Yeah.
And that he eludes Buster Posey, and on the wild pitch, Hu is over to second.
Like a first pitch split finger fastball that got away from him. And Hu is very quick. I mean, he's got good leg speed. So an easy take at second base.
Two down in the inning. Mitchell led off the inning with a home run off the left field foul pole. Johnson struck out. Barajas popped out to the catcher. But Hu with a 2-strike single to center. Now wild pitched to second for Kyle the hitter. And he bounces that breaking ball foul over to Larry Bowa, the third base coach. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-2 Giants. 6 runs, 8 hits for the Giants. Home runs by Huff and Posey, which came in consecutive at bats in the 3rd inning. Fouled off to the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The next time the Giants see the Dodgers next season, there's a lot of speculation as to just exactly who they will see on the Dodger ball club. Who will be the manager in the dugout? Joe Torre saying that he would announce what his intentions are. Sanchez with strikeout number 8. A run for the Dodgers. 6-2 Giants. Pat Burrell coming up.
Rookie get a home run. That's his first major league hit. Not a bad way to start his career. Reminds us of someone else we know whose first major league hit was a home run. on opening day. Will the thrill, and not just any home run, in the Astrodome against the Ryan Express against Nolan Ryan. Remember watching this like it was yesterday. Will Clark, in his debut, hits a home run against Nolan Ryan. And guys, we had Will Clark on our pregame show talking to him. He's in the ballpark tonight. He's fired up. Mike, we even talked to you before the show. Basically, I mean, it's not just this pennant race for the Giants players themselves, but also for the fans and you former players. Everyone really excited. Good time to be in the Giants family right now.
Well, indeed, I think everybody's excited right now. In the dugout, in the stands, and all around town.
You know, and it's great to see Orlando Cepeda back in the stands, sitting here rooting the Giants on, and it's great to see a lot of the old-timers coming back in. And it really is one of the things that you look forward to as a player, being able to keep your city in the hunt into September and hopefully into October, because then you become a team that they remember forever. And that's the goal.
Jeff Weaver in relief for the Dodgers. A changeup for a strike called, and it's 0-2 to Pat Burrell. Burrell has fouled out to the catcher and struck out. Juan Uribe to follow. Jose Guillen due up third in the inning. 6-2 Giants. Rips it into left field. 2-strike pitch. And Weaver looks a little upset with himself.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Jeff Weaver. 41st time he's come in. Really a valuable guy to have on a staff because he can swing for you, give you a spot start if you need it, even go into rotation for an extended period of time. Very creative pitcher. Basically a two-pitch guy, a fastball slider, but that doesn't tell you what he can do because he can really go from a three-quarter all the way down to a submarine style with his delivery on all of his pitches. And because of that, he can give you about 9 different looks of movement. And he's a strike thrower.
His younger brother, Jared Weaver, an ace right-hander for the LA Angels. Back to the screen, a mighty cut there by Uribe, as usual. And it is 0-1. Uribe is flied out deep to center and struck out swinging.
He didn't get cheated, does he?
Looks like he's going for it all the time. 20 home runs for Uribe. Giants have hit 2 home runs in the game. We're in the last of the 5th. Burrell at first, Loney on the bag with him. A pop-up along the right field line. And nobody's going to be able to get to it into the visiting bullpen area. Loney, Terrio, and Reed Johnson all gave chase. Fans tune into the NBC Bay Area morning news team for early news, traffic, and weather updates. Weekdays starting at 4:30. I'll call you.
Yeah, get me up, will you?
I know sometimes you're just too tired and you miss the first 5-10 minutes.
Or 5 or 10 hours, depending on how tired you are.
I don't know how Raj does it. He's here with us at night, 6 and 11 o'clock news. Then he's up with that 4:30 morning news. That is Mitchell. And Uribe is 0 for 3. Back to first, Pat Burrell with 1 out. Tommy Lasorda on the phone.
Yep. Ordering takeout. Does it all the time.
I don't know what time we're going to land. Just stay open. I'll have a few people. We'll come in through the back. Nothing fancy, just some pasta.
He is not having any fun. Yeah. It will give you a headache watching your team behind.
0-1 the count. And 0-2. Guillen has been hit by a pitch. And he singled and scored a run in the 4th inning.
Nice backdoor slider there by Weaver. Guillen really has not done a whole lot against Weaver. Lifetime, 3 for 21. Only 1 strikeout, though.
That ball is hit deep. Way back to left field, and it's gone. Hanging breaking ball. And Guillen did not miss it. His 18th home run of the year.
Wow. I got out of here quick. That's how you take advantage of an 0-2 mistake. First home run he's ever had against Weaver. And this thing laid out there right at the belt. The sit away, this thing is right there in the whack-me zone, and he is not going to miss those.
Out of here with plenty to spare.
Well, this has got to feel pretty good with the Giants offense tonight. This offense has been grinding pretty hard.
They had scored only 2 runs in this series in 2 games. They'd had 2 runs or less in 4 of the last 5 games. Rowan, barehanded by Weaver, out number 2. Rowan is 0 for 3. And now Jonathan Sanchez will come up. Giants 8, Dodgers 2. Sanchez hit by pitches last time as he was trying to lay down a bunt. The fog has gone away. The fog was just enveloping the ballpark right from the very beginning. We were in our own little private world here. Now the fog has disappeared, and we can see the darkness out over the bay. We can see the lights ringing the East Bay. We can see that there are fans in the outfield bleachers. 1-1 the count to Sanchez. That fog was pretty heavy. You ever have a game where the fog was so heavy that they had to stop the game?
Yeah, we sure did.
1-2.
Oh, yeah. That little one's really digging it.
Got a piece of it. I remember back in the 60s, the fog got so heavy at Candlestick one night that they had one of the coaches come out and hit a couple of fungos to the outfielders, and the outfielders put their hands over their head and ducked. And so they said, all right, let's stop for a while. Struck him out. A curveball. But Jose Guillen, tell it bye-bye, baby, as Russ Hodges used to say. 3rd home run of the night for the Giants. Scoreboard brought to you by your Northern California Honda dealers, who invite you to come in today for special zero-down lease offers on new 2010 Civics. Reds lost to Arizona this afternoon in Cincinnati. The Reds are heading out onto the road, but still with a big lead in the Central. Mets over the Pirates. The Cardinals shut out the Padres. Cardinals are still 7 games back of the Reds in the Central, but the Giants at the moment are in a flat-footed tie for first in the West. Cleveland over the Angels, and the Twins beat the White Sox and all but eliminated the White Sox in the American League Central. They just swept the White Sox again and finished up the year 14-4 against their Central Division rivals. In the American League, the Twins now with a 9-game lead and 16 to play over there.
And that's all she wrote.
So long, White Sox. 1-1 the count. Just past Aubrey Huff. A base hit to right for Ryan Theriot. Well, we mentioned the fog we had early on. This is the way it looks right now. It's beautiful. You can see the bridge in the background, but a little bit earlier, we couldn't see anything except the players on the field. We could hardly see the scoreboard out there in center. And then it just disappeared.
Just disappeared.
Well, that happens in the daytime here in the Bay Area. They say, then it burned off. Foggy in the morning, then it burned off by noontime. Well, I don't think it burned off tonight.
I don't know. These lights are pretty good, John.
It's the lights. It's the anti-fog lights. And there's ball 1 to Casey Blake. And now Posey out to talk to Sanchez. 8-2 the score. Sanchez is not really used to pitching with such a big lead. It's usually, if he's in the 6th inning, it's 1-1 or 1-0 or something like that.
Well, and you can lose your focus when you have a big lead. And I think that may be what Posey went out there and reminded him. He said, listen, you got to trust me. You got to be with me. You got to look at my target. You got to get into it. Because once you lose focus, I mean, it's really hard to get it back.
Two-0. And the Giants, Mark Gardner, the bullpen coach, hops up out of the dugout. Looks like the Giants are going to get the bullpen going now. They don't like what they're seeing from Sanchez here at the start of the 6th.
He just turned around and took a look at the bullpen.
Down toward the bullpen and into the crowd. And out of the crowd.
Oh, they got to make a play down there. This is San Francisco. We have rules about making plays in the stands.
You don't get it. You booted it. There's Santiago Casilla. You had a chance to get it. Casilla started to warm up. 2-1 the count to Blake. 2-2 over toward the Giants dugout. Casey Blake has struck out and popped up to first. In that loss over in the American League in Chicago tonight for the White Sox, Paul Konerko did hit his 37th home run. He got a hit right in the bill of his batting helmet. His first trip to the plate by Carl Pavano of the Twins, and then launched one into the bleachers his next time up. A sharp breaking ball. Well, Sanchez seemed to recover his focus rather nicely.
And that's when you need a catcher to go out there and bar catch a little bit. You get kind of a verbal head slap. There's nothing wrong with this pitch. I mean, that's an explosive curveball. You're heading the count, you throw it below the zone, you get a guy to chase, you've made a nice pitch, and that was strikeout number 9.
There's the 9th one. Every third strikeout now is denoted with an orange K. The Giants have some guys who get a lot of strikeouts. Guys like Lincecum, Sanchez, Matt Cain, and it can take a while to start adding up all those Ks out there if you're not keeping track yourself. 3 orange ones, that's 9.
I like that. It's a good system.
And most of them swinging. Only one called strike. You see that backwards K. That's for a called third strike. And all of the legitimate Ks swinging. Strike 3. That's 8 swinging third strikes in 5 1/3 innings. Matt Kemp, who has struck out and grounded out. And that is number 10 for Sanchez. 9 of them swinging.
That's the 12th time he's done that in his career. Well, a reminder, as soon as we sign off from tonight's game on NBC Bay Area and affiliated Giants Network stations, Giants fans can watch continuing post-game coverage with interviews and expert analysis on a special edition of Sportsnet Central on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area.
Freddie Sanchez throws out James Loney. Jonathan Sanchez with 6 in the books and an 8-2 lead. The Brewers come in tomorrow night, and on the Saturday evening game at 6:05, it'll be the 6th annual Fiesta Gigantes celebration. Free pregame party with live music from 3 to 6 in the Lefty O'Doul Plaza. And the Giants and Brewers will wear their Gigantes and Cerveceros jerseys, respectively. Call 415-972-2298. to get tickets for the Fiesta Gigantes celebration here on Saturday, or visit sfgiants.com/special events. The baby boy, El Hijo de Perucho, Orlando Cepeda, looking on. A game he can appreciate. A lot of big flies in this one. The Giants have hit 3. Huff, Posey, Guillen. Russ Mitchell of the Dodgers has hit his first as a big leaguer. The Giants are leading 8-2. The Giants of Cepeda, Mays, McCovey, Felipe Alou, they hit a lot of home runs. Renteria, right center field. Reed Johnson, no! Edgar can run for a while. Out near the 421. Triple for Edgar. Remember, the night that Matt Cain beat the Dodgers on national television on a Sunday night, the 1st of August, the only runs that scored in that game came on Edgar's triple.
Well, I think Reed Johnson's got to feel like the Giants are picking on him tonight. The ball just past the outstretched arm, and once it gets in Triple's alley, an easy 3-bagger for Renteria.
So we know Edgar has this triple and that game-winning triple against LA back on August 1st, which gives him a season's total overall for triples of
2.
Those are the only triples for Edgar Renteria, both against the Dodgers. The infield is in for Freddie Sanchez. And there's the drop down frisbee from Weaver that missed way off the outside. The Dodgers with a lot of action going in their bullpen. This will keep Renteria at third. And Freddie Sanchez is now 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. The right-hander for the Dodgers is Belisario. The left-hander is George Sherrill.
Ken Howell, the bullpen coach for the Dodgers, just lifted his hat up, let Joe Torre know the bullpen's ready.
You got the left-handed hitting Aubrey Huff coming up, and Sherrill, the lefty, will be brought in to face him with a runner at third and 1 out in the 6th inning. And we'll be right back. Giants 8, Dodgers 2. Rubber match of the series and of the season series, by the way. Giants win this game, they will have won the season series from the Dodgers, and that has not been easy to do for the Giants in the last several years.
It has not. It certainly has not. And especially in this ballpark, as you look at the numbers from George Sherrill, 59th time that he has come into a game, has not been a good season for him. 65 runners he has allowed. And when he's right, I mean, this guy was a strikeout pitcher, but it has not happened for him this year.
Former closer. And he has Aubrey Huff looking a little over-anxious again. Aubrey with a triple to right center in the 1st inning. Later scored the Giants' first run. And then he untied the game with a 3-run soaring home run over the Willie Mays wall and right. Got a runner at third here with a 1 out. Renteria, the infield is in. And this time he lays off that curveball.
John, I want to correct myself. I said that Jonathan Sanchez has struck out 10 or more 11 times in his career. That is not true. This is the 7th time that he has done that in his career. The 4th time this year. And his career high strikeouts in a game are 11.
Two and 1 the count. Sanchez overall for the year now 186 strikeouts in 175 and 2/3 innings. Little bit low. Staying with that breaking ball.
Well, this is where you want to be if you're Huff in a 3-1 count. He's seen all the breaking balls. He's going to look for a strike. And he is going to hunt to try and get Edgar Renteria in.
Right to Terrio, 1 hop. Renteria holds on. 2 down and Posey. And we'll see if, yeah, here comes Torre. Belisario, the right-hander, ready in the bullpen. And they're going to go to him here. So Sherrill gets his job done. Renteria still at third with 2 down, and Posey coming up when we come back. Giants and the Dodgers from AT&T Park. I'm John Miller with Mike Krukow and Raj Mathai, your Giants telecasters. Our final NBC Bay Area Giants Television Network telecast of the year. And here is Ronald Belisario throwing a wicked-looking sinker at the knees for a strike to Buster Posey. 2 down. The infield backed up, normal depth now with a runner at third.
That's the kind of pitcher Belisario is, sinker slider. He will get ground balls.
On the ground, foul over toward Pat Burrell, who's on deck. Belisario, for a time this year, other than the 2 late game aces for the Dodgers, Hung-Chi Kuo and Jonathan Broxton, Belisario was the most reliable reliever they had to set up those 2.
Well, he had a few problems this year, but when he's right, he's as good a ground ball guy as there is in the division.
And that's all for Buster Posey. Belisario made short work of it. On to the 7th, 8-2 Giants. Now the game breakdown brought to you by Carl's Jr. A big charbroiled burger topped with a juicy Philly cheesesteak. Oh, man. That's the Philly cheesesteak burger only at Carl's Jr.
I want to get that.
The Giants with 8 runs, 11 hits. They've hit 3 home runs and a couple of triples, a couple of doubles. Dodgers 2 runs, 4 hits. Jonathan Sanchez through 6 innings, 10 strikeouts, and no walks for Sanchez. Russ Mitchell, who hit his first Major League home run in his last trip to the plate in the 5th inning, hit it off the lower portion of the left field foul pole. And look who's back. The Fog decided to come back for more.
Josh Fogg has returned.
I feel like the Fog was a good omen for the Giants. When the game started, you could not see anything that wasn't in the ballpark. It was our own enclosed little world. Just the Giants and Dodgers in the Giants Park with Giants fans crowding all around the ballpark. And that's not a friendly environment if you're from L.A.
It is not. It is San Francisco weather. Strikeout number 11. And now that matches his career high in strikeouts in a single game. And again, it's the breaking ball. Very explosive. And the Dodgers have not been able to lay off it. Mitchell a victim.
Now Reed Johnson, who has struck out twice. So Sanchez equaling his top strikeout total for a single game. Remember, he never had beaten the Dodgers until the last time he faced them on national television a week ago Sunday. And now he's trying to make it 2 in a row over LA. Nat Cain could say the same thing. He had never beaten the Dodgers till he beat them here on national television and beat them again last night. There's a ball in the dirt on the inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's third time in his career that Sanchez has had 11 strikeouts.
And he's still only 83 pitches into the game. Usually you get that kind of a strikeout total and you're going to have a high pitch count.
He had 11 strikeouts against Pittsburgh on April 14th of this year, but also 3 walks. And there's that splitter.
But he didn't have the splitter then that he has now, and that's the third addition to his arsenal. For the most part of his career, he was a 2-pitch guy, but not anymore. And this has all happened to where he really has gathered confidence in that pitch just in the last 4 starts.
8-2, the Giants are leading. And the splitter is off the outside. 2-2 to Johnson. Dodgers with action going in their bullpen. Barajas on deck. The pitcher's spot due up after him. There's the pitch total for Sanchez. Look, I mean, what? 3 out of every 4 pitches have been strikes. Strike 3 called. An even dozen for Sanchez, and that is a career best.
Well, Posey wanted the curveball, and Reed Johnson, who has been victimized 3 times, could not get off a swing. That's how good this thing is. You talk about bow locking a guy. Ouch.
Two down, nobody on. Barajas has struck out and popped out to the catcher. 1 ball and no strikes. The other thing, Sanchez went into his start in LA back on the 5th, Labor Day weekend, and he had not had 2 consecutive quality starts, so-called quality starts, since back in April. He'd been so inconsistent. And he backed up a good one against Colorado August 30th with a brilliant performance at Dodger Stadium. Back that one with the 5 shutout innings against the Padres, where he walked 7 but did not allow a run, only 1 hit. And now tonight into the 7th, 2 runs, 4 hits allowed. He's pitching his best ball of the year on a consistent basis right now.
And he's got a new glove. I don't think he's going to take that glove off for a long time.
So it's all about the glove.
Well, it could be. He wouldn't get any runs with the other one. Changed gloves, got 8 runs.
Barajas, deep left field. But there is Burrow. Had it all the way. 7 strong in the books for Jonathan Sanchez on 90 pitches with 12 strikeouts.
handed down from one generation to another, and a lot of times we are witnessing the passing of the baton, as is the case with Sean Dunston. To rewind about 8 years ago when Dunston was an active player for the Giants, we saw a lot of Sean Dunston Jr. here at the ballpark. Cute little kid who's about 10 years old at the time. Well, now this is Sean Dunston Jr. This guy's a little stud, 18 years old. He is a senior at Valley Christian High School in San Jose. Dad and mom watching him. He is one of the top-rated prospects in the country in terms of baseball. Talked with Sean before the game, who's here at the ballpark tonight. Said, you know what? Very excited about Junior's possible baseball career. He's expected to get drafted next summer. But really, I'm more concerned with his GPA right now in high school. He's got a good kid. He's got a good student already. You think about it, about 3.5 GPA at Valley Christian. Guys, back up to you.
All right, thanks, Raj. And Sean, very proud of his ball-playing progeny, as well he should be. Sean wasn't too bad at either, I thought.
Pretty good player, as we see the numbers for Octavio Dotel. 60th game that he has been in, combined with L.A. and with Pittsburgh.
This is his, as you say, 60th game, but for the Dodgers, he's now making his 19th appearance. He was another trading deadline acquisition. In fact, that was around the time the Dodgers were here that they traded for Ted Lilly from the Cubs and also got Octavio Dotel. Pat Burrell has fouled to the catcher, struck out looking, singled to left, and scored a run. 8-2, the Giants are leading. Got the call on the outside, and Burrell thought that was a little bit too perfect. Giants have action going in their bullpen. Santiago Casilla up again. Sanchez, 90 pitches through 7 innings with 12 strikeouts, no walks. That's a foul. One of the big moments for the Giants in that game, September 4th, when they came out. Came back from a deficit. Dotel just in for the bullpen, and Burrell launched one. And that made it a one-run game. Burrell was a pinch hitter. Dotel was brought in to face him. And that's all for Burrell. Not this time for Pat Burrell. Burrell's had some big home runs against the Dodgers as a Giant, including that one that I think will be burned into everybody's memory for a long time, that was in attendance anyway, with Broxton coming into a game with the score 1-0 LA, and Burrell greeted him with a 2-run homer. Just a streak of lightning into left field, and the Giants won that game 2-1. Uribe off the fists. Reed Johnson gets there. This is the one. It looked like the Dodgers were going to beat the Giants in a tight one.
That was a one iron going out of here right there in the first row, and this place absolutely lost their minds. And you can see the intensity of his good buddy Aubrey Huff. They play together at the University of Miami.
Jose Guillen, who homered his last time, gets his third hit of the night.
It's official. He is red hot. Got hit by a pitch his first AB, a breaking ball in the foot. And since that time, he has laid out 3 ropes, 2 singles, and a home run. Got an in fastball, and look at the timing. Absolutely perfect with the body right between the feet. That head control through the ball. And when he gets it going, he can carry a club. Plain and simple.
So he departs, and Cody Ross over to first base as a pinch runner for Jose Guillen. The Giants been waiting to see just that kind of a game from Guillen, who had only 1 home run and 7 RBIs despite a .280 Giants batting average in 26 games before tonight. But tonight, 3 for 3. And his second Giants home run. You see how the Dodgers are playing it for Aaron Rowan, who was 0 for 3 in the game. In and to his right, Mitchell. And Rowan is 0 for 4. On to the 8th inning. The Giants are leading 8-2. Here we go to the 8th inning, and with the Giants ahead 8-2, Jonathan Sanchez went out and warmed up, but it was just for Bruce Bochy to see, who Joe Torre would send in as a pinch hitter, and also will get Sanchez another warm ovation from the appreciative crowd. 7 strong for Jonathan Sanchez, and a career record 12 strikeouts. Also, no walks. Casilla comes in. Lindsey had been brought in as the pinch hitter, and we'll be right back. Santiago Casilla throws a first pitch strike to Lindsey, the pinch hitter. After Lindsey, the right-handed batter, was announced as the pinch hitter against Sanchez. Bruce Bochy went out and removed Sanchez to bring in Casilla. There's Casilla, and his numbers for the year are pretty good. The one real area of improvement for him would be the walk total, but he has been awfully tough to hit. 45 innings, only 34 hits allowed, and in 45 innings, 50 strikeouts. Giants have a lot of guys who throw heat, including that man, Brian Wilson, the closer, and they're hoping he won't be needed tonight. The Giants are leading 8-2 here in the 8th inning. Wilson got his 43rd save of the year last night.
He got Brian Wilson with some bubble gum.
Lindsey retired.
Let's check out our Lexus Pursuing Perfection Play, brought to you by your Bay Area Lexus dealers. It was an incredible play by Freddie Sanchez back in the first inning. He robs James Loney. Now, there was a runner at second with 2 out. Already 1 run in. It looked like it was going to be a big inning. Instead, that play ended it. The Giants would allow the Dodgers just 1, and it became a big play. Our Lexus Pursuing Perfection Play.
And there's ball 1 to Rafael Furcal. 8-2 Giants. Several changes for the Giants, as you see. The bubble gum on Brian Wilson's hat, and you think the culprit is Sergio Romo?
Yeah, I got to believe Romo's the guy.
That is in there for a strike. 96 miles an hour with movement from the inside back to the plate.
Oh, he is nasty. He's got 3 pitches. And up until this year, he was always a fastball slider guy. And the Giants encouraged him to use the curveball. It's become a great strikeout pitch for him.
That one is back out of play. Changes for the Giants. Cody Ross, who pinch ran for Guillen, stays in to play left field. Nate Scherholtz goes in to play right field, and he'll be in the 5th spot of the order. Travis Ishikawa replaces Aubrey Huff at first base in the number 3 spot in the order. So Huff and Burrell are both out. Casilla listed in the 9th spot of the order. He's that sharp curveball, and Furcal got a piece of it.
A 12 strikeout night for Jonathan Sanchez. And he's definitely had more in his arm. I'm sure he could have got maybe a couple more. He only had a low pitch count, considering. The record for the San Francisco Giants in a single game was Jason Schmidt with 16.
38,434, the paid crowd tonight. Giants will pass the 2.7 million mark in home attendance here tomorrow, as they have a good shot of reaching 3 million for the season. 2-2 to Furcal, who is 1 for 3. Another ground ball foul. Still 2-2. Jonathan Sanchez, 7 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits, no walks, and a career high 12 strikeouts.
Well, after tonight's ballgame, there are only 10 regular season home games left here at AT&T. And this is September. Every pitch, every game, and every fan counts. Brewers here this weekend. And come on out. sfgiants.com. September baseball. Game on. 9 games after tonight's ballgame.
That's a foul off the left field line. So 3 left of this homestand, and then the Giants will have their final road trip of the year to Chicago, and then to Colorado.
Yeah, you got a souvenir. Psyched. Makes you want to sing and dance.
Man, he is overjoyed.
He's the man.
He's the man who caught the foul ball. Furcal strikes out for the 3rd straight time.
Absolute paint on the outside corner. And you're talking high velocity. And a guy who's a good protective 2-strike hitter is sent packing a 3-strikeout night for Furcal. Wow.
2 down, nobody on. Ryan Terrio now. The former Cub. Giants go to Wrigley Field starting Tuesday. Cubs not having a good year at all. Lou Piniella retired as a manager. And there's the former Cub, Mike Fontenot, with the Giants. He and Terrio, former teammates. Terrio was very excited with the Cubs not going anywhere this year when he got traded to the Dodgers, because he thought, man, I'm going right into a pennant race. But it has not turned out that way for Terrio, but it has for Fontenot.
The Cubs playing better baseball. I mean, they just got through sweeping their rival, the Cardinals. And the guy who's hot in the team right now is Zambrano. Carlos Zambrano is he's 6-0 in his last 8 starts. His ERA's in the 1s.
The Giants will surely see him next week in Chicago. Dempster is another guy who had a very fine year for the Cubs. They had a lot of guys who pitched well early on this year, but weren't getting a lot of wins, including Ted Lilly, tonight's Dodger starter. They just weren't scoring runs. But Dempster, Zambrano, and they had this Jeff Samardzija, the young hard-throwing righty out of Notre Dame, and he's been making some starts, and he's been throwing real well. Three and 2 down to Terrio, who is 1 for 2 in the game with a sacrifice. 8-2, the Giants lead the Dodgers in the 8th inning. Off the glove of Casilla, and Renteria takes care of it. Pitcher to the shortstop to first base. 3 up and 3 down. Last of the 8th coming up.
told you earlier in this telecast, the Giants collectively, as a pitching staff, have the lowest ERA in all of Major League Baseball in the month of September. Jonathan Sanchez sparkling tonight. He's looking to go 5-1 in his last 6 starts. As for tomorrow night's pitcher, it's the youngster, 21 years old, Madison Bumgarner. And usually this is what happens in a playoff race. The rookies, the young guys are supposed to wilt a little, but it's not happening with Bumgarner. Instead, his last 3 starts, he has been nearly unhittable. 20-plus innings. He's given up just 2 earned runs with a 2-1 record. So tomorrow night we will see Bumgarner. And then Saturday night, Tim Lincecum back on the hill. Gentlemen.
All right, thanks, Raj, NBC Bay Area Sports Director, Raj Pathai. Bumgarner going tomorrow. Interesting item, I think it was Henry Shulman in the Chronicle today, had about how Bumgarner, as still a very young rookie, with an innings total that he's never really had to deal with before, actually has been doing a little even more throwing in between starts, playing long toss, as are several of the Giants starters, and Bumgarner thinks it's really helped him. And Lincecum said the same thing.
We watched Johnny Burkin, he won 21 games with the Giants back in 1993. Maybe it was 22, but he had a great year. And a few years later, he felt like he lost his velocity on a sinker. He got down to the mid to high 80s.
Here's Mike Fontenot pinch hitting for Casilla, and he greets John Link, the new Dodger pitcher, with a single to center field.
And John Burkin got his fastball back with long toss, and it's a lot of guys around the league do it now. It will definitely strengthen your arm. You see the numbers for Link. It's his 7th game that he's come into. 10 base runners in 5 2/3. But long toss is definitely a way to strengthen your arm. The more you throw, the stronger your arm's going to get.
Well, those great Atlanta teams where they had Avery and Maddox and Smoltz and Glavine and whatnot, well, that was a program that I guess all of those pitchers were on. They would play long toss between starts day after day. 0-1 to Edgar Renteria, who's had 2 singles and a triple. Edgar, the leadoff man tonight, he's 3 for 4. He led off the big 3rd inning rally. The game was tied at 1. And he wasn't the leadoff hitter in the inning. There was 1 out and nobody on. But he got the rally started with a bunt. And that started a 4-run inning. Slider off the outside from Link. 2-1 the count. Sanchez doubled him to 3rd after that bunt single, and then Huff hit a 3-run homer over the wall and right. And Posey followed that with a smash to deep left field, more than halfway up into the bleachers. Right through the middle, and it's a 4-hit game for Edgar Renteria.
Well, a 4-hit game says a lot to your manager. It says, I want more playing time. He goes right back through the box. And I guarantee John Link heard and smelled that one.
It's 14 hits for the Giants now. 4 of them by that man. And here's Freddie Sanchez. 1 for 3 with a double, a run scored, and a run batted in. He drew a bases-loaded walk in the 4th inning. 8-2 Giants. 2 men on, nobody out. Down the left field line, base hit. Fontenot is in to score. Edgar is going to be waved. The relay will be held. No relay by Furcal. A 2-run double for Freddie Sanchez. 10-2 Giants.
That's a 2-hit night now for Freddie Sanchez. An offense that had been suppressed for the last week has absolutely erupted tonight. Just rakes it down the line. And Tim Flannery, no hesitation whatsoever, waving home Edgar Renteria and Mike Fontenot.
The last 5 games combined before tonight, the Giants have scored 9 runs total. 6 of those in 1 game. Sunday against the Pods, they put 10 on the board tonight. Here's Travis Ishikawa. And a strike on the outside from Link. The Dodgers going to get more action going in their bullpen. Link has not yet retired anybody. 3 straight hits. Fontenot a single, Renteria a single, and then Sanchez knocked them both in with a double. There's Monasterios, the right-hander, up in the LA bullpen. One of last night's heroes, a guy who had maybe the key hit in the whole game. He pinch hit for Matt Cain. Bruce Bochy played a hunch, took a gamble. He took out his starter who was pitching well, Matt Cain, in a 0-0 game, and Ishikawa, the pinch hitter for Cain, delivered with a double. And eventually the Giants got him home, and that was the first run of the game. It gave the Giants the lead, a lead that they never gave up. Fontenot was the man who knocked in the run finally with a 2-out single, a clutch single for Fontenot. Now Ishikawa with a chance to knock in a run. 10-2 Giants. The fog pouring into AT&T Park once again, as it was when the game began. One and two. This is last night in the 7th inning as a pinch hitter.
Really not a hanger either from Billingsley. A little sinker on the outside corner at the knees. And a 1-out double from Ishikawa set up the run that gave the Giants the lead and enabled Matt Cain to take home a victory.
And you see the fog reflected off the lights out in center field. And yanked foul into the camera well, just beyond the LA dugout. Hello. Yo, everything okay? What happened? Who was on the camera there for a moment?
Is that Pete Alonso? Pete, make a play, Pete.
That camera was on its own there for a few moments.
Yeah, well, he gets to the bail position quicker than any cameraman in the league.
He's like Willie Mays when he played. Almost impossible to hit him. Strike 3 called in the inside corner. And that is the first out of the inning. 10-2, the Giants on top. We're in the last of the 8th inning. The Padres were beaten in St. Louis. If the Giants win, they will move into first place in the National League West. And it's been a long time since they were there. Posey in the right center field. Freddie Sanchez tags up at second as Reed Johnson takes it. Freddie moves over to third. So Posey is 2 for 5. Get an RBI double in the first and a long home run in the third. There are the standings currently. The Rockies did not play tonight. Jake Westbrook and the Cardinals shut out the Padres. Tim Stauffer took the loss. The Giants, if they win this game, will be a half game ahead of San Diego with 15 to play. The Padres 16 games left. Including 3 for each team, each against the other at the very end of the season. I'm just checking here, Mike. The Giants have been looking up at the Padres for a long while. And it looks to me like the last time the Giants actually finished the day in first place, it was May the 6th. The Giants, May the 6th, were in Miami. Matt Cain beat Ricky Nolasco 6-3. And the Giants were a half game in front. There are the pennants that denote the standings. One of the flag staffs out in right center field. Nate Sherholtz. And the sure-handed Loney takes it. The Giants get 2. 1 stranded. 9th inning. 10-2 Giants.
10-2 Giants. We're at the top of the 9th inning. Time now for our Giants defensive coverage of the game. It's brought to you by Verizon, the network with the most 3G. And we go back to a play that was made by Juan Uribe and got the first out of the second inning with Russ Mitchell, who runs well. He comes over, surrounds it, and pulls the trigger on that cannon and shoots it down. That's our Giants defensive coverage of the game, brought to you by Verizon.
So Uribe, while hitless, made a very important contribution. Eli Whiteside in the game, along with Chris Ray for the Giants. Chris Ray, the new pitcher, Whiteside, the new catcher, and Buster Posey retires for the night. And Ray on in relief of Santiago Casilla, who pitched one perfect inning. That's in there to Blake, strike 2. Mike Fontenot stays in at second base. Freddie Sanchez also retires for the night. Fontenot, who pinch hit for Casilla. Out of play. Jonathan Sanchez, 7 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits allowed. Only 1 earned run allowed by Sanchez, who lowered his earned run average to 3.21. You see Ray's numbers with both Texas and the Giants this year. Slider. Still 0-2. Ray, with the Giants, has been in 21 games. Spent some time on the disabled list.
He's done a nice job. He's got great stuff. Hit a little mid-90s with lots of movement. He can get you a ground ball, get you a strikeout. Oh, like that.
Number 14 for Giants pitching. 12 by Sanchez, 1 by Casilla, and this one.
And another fastball swing through by Casey Blake. All 3 at bats tonight where he has struck out. I believe that the payout pitch was a fastball, and that's rare for a good fastball hitter like Blake.
Matt Kemp 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Strike 1. Giants have action in the bullpen. Jeremy Affeldt is warming up now.
Oh, what the Giants pitching has done to Casey Blake in this series is remarkable. 0 for 11 with 7 strikeouts.
And I don't think they've ever done that to Blake before. Blake has always done well against the Giants since coming to LA from Cleveland.
Well, Matt Cain last night, the winning pitcher, had a lot to do with put the handcuffs on Blake. I see his line. Outstanding night.
Uribe. 2 down. Two down in the 9th inning. The Giants 1 out away from moving into first place in the National League West for the first time in nearly 4.5 months. May the 6th, the last time they finished tonight atop the division. And one final beat LA for the 2010 season for the crowd at AT&T Park. Loney the hitter. Out of play. Giants starting pitching, superb again. Jonathan Sanchez, in his last 27 innings over 4 starts, has allowed 2 earned runs. 1 earned run tonight. Fontenot to Ishikawa. The Giants are in first place in the West. The Giants beat LA in the rubber match of the series and of the season series. At the same time, they take the season series 10 games to 8, and they move a half game ahead of the Padres, 2.5 ahead of the Rockies in the National League West. The Padres lost at St. Louis 4-0 earlier tonight. And Colorado will take on the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium beginning tomorrow night, with the Brewers coming here. 15 games left on the Giants' schedule, and at least for this night, the division all looking up at them. 10-2 Giants, and we'll be right back.